Hello? Is that thing on? Mic check. Hello. You are currently tuned in to the TrackmaniaLympics mini RPG Grand Championship. This is the first semifinal. We have 4 matches for you today. 2 semifinals, place for third, and of course the grand final. Our first semifinal here is Cup versus SWA. We'll have 2 maps played, both until 10 rounds, and round wins count towards the win. If both teams happen to have the same amount of round wins after 2 maps, we will replay map 1, I believe, until 3 rounds, but with tennis mode, so you need a 2 round difference to win. And I believe those are the rules we're playing by. So we're currently in the first 2 warm-ups for the players before we're getting into live rounds, so we can check the pace of the players here before we start. You can also, of course, take a look at the daddies. We see that Cup has 1, 2, and 3 on this map, on map 1. So judging by that, they might be the in favor here. But we'll have to see how that translates into live rounds, of course. Anything can happen. So our players on map 1 are Magistra, Enix, and Arceus, or Harsoise, as Raysons would like to pronounce it, for Cup. And then we have Nyx, Draggy, and Fuzzy on the SWA side of this match. I'm not really into the invested in the RPG scene that much, so I don't know the ability of these players too well, but I'm sure we'll see some high-level gameplay here today. And of course, she is usually a bit more, janky than most other playstyles. So we'll also, of course, see a spectacle of crashes, I presume. In yesterday's matches, I've seen quite a few players, get stuck. Full stop, that kind of thing. Anyways, we're starting round 1. Let's see what the pace is, what the players are capable of. And let's start by spectating the first on the scoreboard. Magistra. I see already slightly different approaches. Did someone crash there? Yeah, someone else already fallen behind. Draggy a bit behind. And Enix right in the front. Already quite a bit of difference between the players, only after such a small part of the map being played. This is the place where players often struggle, as we can see, gaps growing because players are getting stuck there. Nyx with a slight touch there, being overtaken by Magistra here, and this round is looking like a blue round. As long as the players keep it up, this part shouldn't be too hard. I believe I haven't seen too many crashes. There we go. Fuzzy taking second here behind Enix. But Enix with the Daddy 1, is that... is that really his PB? They'll be mad. Damn, even has the stream in the background. What a Chad. Alright, round 2. That was an interesting round 1. PB right out of the bat, Daddy 1. We already see one player falling behind here. Magistra taking the lead in this round. Arceus being second of his team, but behind 3 of the swap players here, Fuzzy, Draggy and Nyx. As it stands, this would be a red round, but let's see what this section has to bring us. Fuzzy being overtaken here by Arceus. Nyx again clipping, not as bad as last time it seems, in the same section. Might just start holding on to that lead. 2 red players behind them. What's happening in the back here? Enix is in last, and I think that is the deciding position. So, of course, after PBing, it is usual to have a bad round right after. It's nothing special here. So we have 1-1 here, with the SWAT taking the second round. This time we have someone face planting right in the first checkpoint. Let's see who it was. Draggy, it seems. So that bodes well for the cup players here. So there's a battle for first place here going on, quite close between these players. Enix and Magistra right behind Fuzzy. So Fuzzy really needs to... Oh, never mind. What happened there? Fuzzy, Draggy, they all fell behind. It's only Nyx here, but in second place that won't matter too much for this round. So we have Cup likely taking this round now. And if this is going to be the tone for this match, we're going to have like a 10-9 score at the end of this. For one of the teams. So this is promising to be a close match. This round, however, convincingly won by Cup. Let's see what next round has in store. Not too many things happening in the start, it seems. Draggy survived this time around. We have a fairly close back at the top, but Arceus leading with a marginal lead here. Little over a car length, it seems. Draggy and Fuzzy are chasing closely behind, but again, this section mixes up the scoreboard a bit. And now we have Arceus and Enix leading the pack. Maybe even taking the win here for this round for the team. And there we go. Nice sideways finish by Enix there. He knew he had it, so. But there we go. The first back-to-back rounds here on back up. See if they can keep that up, or maybe can Swak and throw a punch back here. Slightly different approaches here at the first checkpoint already. Some players taking a wider, some players going as much inside as possible for the checkpoint. But again, we have a pretty close back up front, led by Enix once again. Draggy very close behind though, but so is Magistra here. Oh, and there goes Draggy. Now it's only Nyx really fighting here in the top for his team. But Magistra has a very large lead after this section where he just flew away. And behind them, position 3, is Arceus securing the point for a cup this round. Four to 1 for cup. Let's see if anything exciting is gonna happen this round. Just 3 rounds in a row now for Cup. Can Swa fight back? Ooh, someone went way too inside on that checkpoint and missed it completely. So that's already 1 player out of the battle. It was a red player. So again, we have Enix leading. And Magistra in third. So as it looks right now, it's another cup point to be taken. But oh, this section can change up things, but Enix barely survives, or maybe that was the intended way. I'm not sure, I don't know the map. But he leads with a considerable margin, together with Arceus, who also has quite the gap. Ooh, Enix right there. What was that? Tricky section, I guess, but this doesn't change the fact that this is still a cup point. His teammates have his back. Always nice to have teammates you can rely on, of course. So another round for cup now. 5-1. At this point, SY you would really want to get back into the flow, to get back some points. Because if you leave the first map with a large round deficit, it's gonna be a really quick match on map 2. Ooh, there goes Draggy, once again fallen in the start. Enix again leading at the start, together with Arceus. And Magistrat looking like a team ace right now. Now we have this tricky section coming up, which to me feels a bit random at times. There we go, Magistrat has to respawn. Enix leading. Arceus close behind. Then we have Fuzzy in third, but look at that gap. That is a large gap. You have to rely on mistakes from 2 people from your opponent now, so... Ooh, that's 1 down, but Enix survives, takes first position. And now it is up to... I think it might be up to 5th place here. Who is getting 5th? Is it a swap player? I think it is a swap player. Oh, not even 5th. Even Magistrar fell behind Draggy there, so a swap point. There we go. 5-2. Now let's see if they can keep that up. Of course, you can't just rely on mistakes from your opponent to win. So they'll have to step it up a little. This time around, however, they do, and it's just Enix fighting against 3 swap players in that for that top position, and the rest of Cup fell a little behind. I think Magistra is even further behind. Enix had to respawn even. So now this is looking like a giveaway to Swa. 3 points. Let's see where Draggy is. Draggy is in third, even looking like an ace if they can keep their positions right here. Magistra not too far behind Draggy, but doesn't look like he can overtake. So there we go, even an ace for Team Swa right now, taking their 3rd point in this semi-final. Now Cup of course has all the crashes out of their system, so I'm sure they'll all have very clean run this round. But let's see what's gonna happen here at the start of round number 9 already. Everyone seems to be... Ooh, as I say that, 2 players had to release, it seemed, right there in the start, and now it's Fuzzy leading with Draggy behind, and then we have Nyx and Draggy now in the mix with all 3 Cup players. Arceus not too far behind Fuzzy, especially in this section. Anything can happen. There we go, Fuzzy completely halted to a stop. Now it's Nyx and Draggy having to carry the points here. And Arceus in 4th position. So who is in 5th? It seems like Nyx. Nyx even make a mistake. Oh, but there goes Arceus. What does that mean for our score? He is in last right now, so I think this is another swap point. Yeah, there we go. Fuzzy taking it home with 5th place. And now it's all of a sudden Swa coming back with 5-4, only 1 point difference. And it is once again a close match. Very exciting round this. Now let's see what's happening on Cup's side here, right in the start. Magistra. Nyx having the slowest start of all, but he seems to survive. Draggy with a touch in the checkpoint, and now all 3 Cup players leading right in the start. Arceus in a mix with Anix and Fuzzy here for 3rd position. Ooh, what happened there? I just tried a wonky roof hit, but their team stays in 1 and 2. But ooh, 2 respawns from Team Swa. Does this mean it is another free home run for Team Swa? As long as they don't make major mistakes. Fuzzy pretty far behind, but still in front of both Cup players that had to respawn. So it's just Anix right here taking 1st position, but to no avail for his team. Maybe a fast time, maybe not. 52.38, that's still within a half a second of his PB, so I reckon that's not a slow time of any sorts. But now the score is all tied up. So now it's Cup maybe losing their flow a little, having to get back into that flow. Or Swa stepping up and taking those necessary points. This time 4 players closely fighting for the 1st place here. Let's see what's happening behind there. Anix falling a little behind, but Draggy even further. But here in the top it's very close. Ooh, 1 respawn for Team Cap, I believe. Yeah, there goes Arceus. That's Draggy in 1st. No, Fuzzy in 1st. Nyx behind Arceus here. No? I'm confused already. Fuzzy in 1st, Magistra and Anix in 2nd. And now it's all up to... Ooh, Arceus to get 5th maybe for his team, but it doesn't look like it. There we go. Nyx taking 5th. I have no idea what happened this round. So many... It was very hard to follow. And in the end, Swat takes another round, so now they're in the lead for the 1st time this match. So let's see if Cup can respond to that. We're following Magistra for this start. Already 1 player falling a little behind in the start. Magistra with the strongest start. Arceus closely behind. Anix as well, so we have a 1, 2, 3 for Team Cup. Nyx and Fuzzy not too far behind though. And Draggy also within reach. Especially in the upcoming section once again. Places could get switched up. There we go, Arceus and Anix struggling, and now we have the reverse sweep. First the 1, 2, 3 for Cup, and now it's the 1, 2, 3 for Swa. This section is all defining for the whole match, it seems. Very tricky section to get consistent, it seems. And so Cup driving home another point, now having a 2-point lead over Cup. So it definitely seems more accustomed to that very section that allowed them to overtake every single Cup player in the previous round. So let's see if Cup can also get more comfortable in that section. Stop making the mistakes there. Now, in round number quick maths 13, Fuzzy and Anix in a close battle for 1st right here. Draggy right behind, together with Arceus and Magistra. This time Anix, Arceus and Magistra surviving, but Magistra and Arceus a bit slower. Anix got through it relatively quickly, but Draggy here taking advantage of a slowdown from Anix, which also allows his teammate to overtake. However, with Draggy in 1st, but all Cap players right behind, it's now up to 5th place, which is for Magistra. Fuzzy coming in last right here. So finally, after a what was it? It was 5-1. Then it was 5-7. Now finally Cap with another point, going up to 6. It's best of 2 bits. It's about the amount of round points you win. So 2 maps, and if they happen to have the same amount of points after the 2 maps, it's going back to this map. I believe to 3 points with tennis mode. So now round number 14, I believe. Enix leading once again. But in a close battle here with... Ooh, now it's a Cap player or a swap player struggling. Just one though. But Enix and Ursus. No scratches through that section this time around. So they can lead their team into the tight score right here. If they survive this section, they do. So a 1-2 or a 1-3, doesn't matter. It's a Cap point in round number 14. So 7-7. Yeah, you're right, Bits. But hey, it's great content. Round 15. Maybe we'll see the whole, what is it, 19 rounds that we can get on this map. We'll have to see how it pans out in the end. This round, however, Enix leading once again. He definitely seems to have the strongest starts from all the players here. Draggy and Magistra battling for that second place. Draggy, a better respawn it seems. But now this section once again. Can Enix survive it? He seems to, yeah, even with good speed, exit speed. Places doesn't seem to have changed, at least in the front section. Oh, Fuzzy overtaking Magistra actually, which could be important. Ooh, but Magistra taking back with Fuzzy with a bad wall, what is it? Wall slide or whatever. Now we have 1 and 3 once again for Cap, giving this round to them. Putting them once again in the lead. After a long streak for Team Swa, Cap is now back to back-to-back round wins. Now let's see the start for Fuzzy. He's not too far behind all the players, but Cap definitely seems to be stronger in the start section of the map. With the 1-2-3 lead right now, Fuzzy close to third. Maybe with a good respawn, gaining a little, or maybe not. And now, again, we'll see what this section has to offer us. Fuzzy this time, falling. Enix surviving, Magistra surviving, Ursus surviving. This is looking like a Cap ace. Draggy and Fuzzy, right here, pretty far behind, so it's just Nyx in 4th place, behind Ursus. Nothing he can do really. This is a strong round from Cap. And Enix with another sideways finish. Just because he can. Now they're on that point. So let's see if they can take it their first attempt. Or maybe Swa can get all the way back to 9, giving us all the rounds we can possibly get on this map. Nyx, however, touching the checkpoint right to the start. Fuzzy this time with the strongest start, but followed closely by Enix, who has a little overspeed it seems, and a lower jump here, allowing him to overtake Magistra. Falling a bit behind the pack, but still ahead of Nyx. And then Ursus behind 2 swap players, but ooh, was that Draggy? I think it was Draggy. Who had a bit of an awkward occurrence there with the wall, together with his teammate here. He is now falling behind the rest of the pack. Still able to overtake Magistra, maybe. But no matter what, this is looking like another Cap round because of the 1-3 positions. There we go. That is map 1 complete. Now, Team Cap has a 3-round advantage going into the next map. So they only need 8 rounds to win this semi-final. However, if they don't, if they get to 7 and SWA gets to 10, then we'll have to go back to the previous map. Which might delay the next semi-final even, because we've been going at it for half an hour already. Usually we kind of calculate about 45 minutes for a match, so we'll see how it goes. The players get 2 warm-ups on this map, so we can take a look at the map as well. I haven't seen it myself yet. It's looking not too spicy so far. At least not like the previous map. With an awkward and tight wallbang section. I suppose that can happen. We all like a good Renstein bug. Enix sleeping. I'm getting some rest before the real match starts. Looking at the warm-up, Cap once again seems the stronger team in the start section of the map, but perhaps there are some sections, some tricky sections that could change up the scoreboard drastically, just like last map. We do see different lineups for both teams, however. Cap only switching out Arceus for Watson, and SWA seems to have switched out Fuzzy for Shri. Both Portuguese players being swapped in. And we're starting on map number 2. Let's see what these players have in store for us. See the new players in action. I say new, but the swapped in players, I guess. Take a look at Shri. Here we go. Not too much happening here in the start. Few simple turns, it seems, but quite large gaps right here. Ainik with a very strong start, but Shri with the strongest start for his team. Ooh, Ainik with a small mistake right there, so Shri can overtake. What's happening behind? Ainik with a full stop now, allowing SWA to take 1 and 3 after Magistrat takes back second position over Nyx right here. But this is looking like a red point right here, as long as the players survive. Arceus falling behind a bit as well. So we have a 1-2-3 after Arceus misses the finish. Or I say Arceus. I'm completely wrong. I don't know why I said Arceus. It's still in my system. Now let's take a look at Magistra. Shri my conqueror. Okay. I see a lot of love for Shri right here in the chat. But once again, Cap with the strongest start. Enix definitely seems the most prepared out of all players on both maps. Magistra and Watson here fighting for that third position, which is pretty much what would secure the round win for their team, as long as Enix can keep up the first position here ahead of Shri. Shri, I don't know what happened there. Did he get a bug? Magistra also crashing. So it's now up to Watson and Enix, but Watson has to respawn as well. So it seems like Enix is the only survivor for Team Cup, and Team Swag could potentially, as long as Nyx or Shri here gets 5th or above, and he does, get a free point. So that's 2 now for Team Swag. Of course, Swag is now the defending team. They cannot let Team Cup get to those 8 points. Now, once again, stronger start for Team Cup. And Team Cup has been making a lot of mistakes later on in the rounds. Maybe driving riskier, probably, most likely. Not always paying off, seemingly. Now, 2 swap players in 2 and 3, but might just try right here, overtaking both of them with a strong section or maybe a weak section from the other players. And all 3 Cup players or swap players chasing behind. Draggy here with a touch, but stays in his position. I hear an engine ready to overtake. Watson right here overtaking Draggy after that mistake he made. In the end, it doesn't matter though, because Cup takes position 1 and 2. Strong display here from Enix and Magistra. You guys really love Shri, eh? Alright. History repeating itself right here. Stronger start for Team Cup. Let's see if they can survive. Draggy now with the first mistake in this round. Let's see what's happening up top. Enix still holding strong to that lead. Shri fighting it out with 2 of the other Cup players. And Nyx falling with... Ooh, there goes Enix. Dead. Dead in the mud. Nyx, however, also making a mistake. So it's up to Shri and Draggy now. Ooh, and there goes Magistra. So it's now only Watson trying to maybe take that first place. And then having to see what happens below. Very hard to follow. Watson taking first, giving a small advantage to his teammates. Ooh, Enix still taking 3rd. After Draggy seemingly and Nyx still fell behind somehow. Anything can happen on this map, it seems. So Enix there securing another point for Team Cup. 2-2. Now, round number 5. We have all 3 Cup players leading. Draggy closely behind position number 3. But now with a little bit of a slower section right here. Watson falling behind. Now it's just Enix and Magistra. Enix with the massive lead, however. So he can probably keep that up. Just try to avoid mistakes. Magistra there fell behind. So we have Shri in 2nd position, but he's overtaking, taking back the 2nd position. So probably another point for Team Cup as long as they can. Ooh, Enix, what happened there? He went for the bug fin, but yeah, he gave it away there, missing the finish. I myself, I love finish jumps, absolutely adore them. And as you can see, they can turn around rounds in an instant. Bugland, yeah, wonderful. Pretty much a free point here for Team Swag given to them. Let's see if they can use that to their advantage, create some momentum, get more points, stay in the fight. Now Enix falling behind in the start, but his teammates are not letting him down. They still have 1 and 3 after Shri crashed right there. Enix be able to overtake Shri even. So now it's just Nyx and Draggy in the mix. But they have a hell of a job to do. Ooh, Draggy, very awkward line. Had to go around the triangle, the CP triangle. So now it's looking like a team ace for Team Cup. Magistra having to slow down, but still maintaining that third position. So looking like a very strong round for Team Cup. The collective fumble. 3-3. Very close match so far. Mostly determined by who makes fewer mistakes. But Team Swa, of course, having come out behind Team Cup on map 1, have to take a lead over Team Cup if they want to get that win. A draw is just not enough. So right here we have Watson and Anix for Team Cup in 1 and 3, Shree in 2, Nix in 4. So these are the determining positions right now for this round. Shree seems to be falling behind a little more behind Watson, and Anix seems to be catching up. So this is looking like a strong round for Team Cup. 1, 3, and 4. Watson with 47-14. Also not too far behind the Didymania here. Pretty fast time. So a very, very strong round for Team Cup. Now again with the stronger start for Team Cup. Swa maybe relying a little too much on mistakes, but there we go, Anix. First one to fall this round. And then we have Watson now in first. Or Shree in first now. Watson might just start chasing behind. And Nix trying to secure that third place over Watson maybe to get that win, as long as Shree can hold on to that first place. Or Draggy can hold on to that 5th place. But she probably will. Anix is pretty far behind, so no mistakes, and this will be a Swa round. What happened in the top right here, Shree overtook. So even more certainty here for Team Swa in round number 8. Back to tight score. Let's see what Draggy is up to. Not much happening here in the start. Anix leading once again. Draggy, awkward lines, falling behind. That's right here, chasing 2 of the Swa players. Nix also not the best line, but surviving. Having... ooh, there goes Anix. So now the tides have turned. Shree in the lead, but ooh, did he get a bug? I think he got a bug. Forcing him to crash right into the wall. Likely giving this round to Team Cup as long as they survive these sections. Nix the only surviving player for Team Swa. Taking third. Denying the ace, but that's all he could achieve right there. Again, a lead for Team Cup. They only need 3 more points to secure this match. So Swa really need to get one of those streaks like they had on the last map. This round, however, Cup leading in the start once again. Anix and Watson very close together. Shree, different lines, slower exit speeds. Now all 3 Cup players, 1, 2, 3. But I think Watson had an awkward line or a slight touch, not sure. He slowed down. So 2 Swa players overtaking. Now still 1 and 2 for Team Cup, and Draggy far behind. So all they need to do is survive and secure another point, getting ever so close to that match win. Now the countdown really has begun. Only 2 more rounds to go for Team Cup. Enix once again, leading the pack. We see a crash from, I think, Watson, leaving his team. But his team got 1 and 2 so far. So, no matter. Draggy and Shri will have to rely on either a mistake or get some very sick lines right here. Ooh, Draggy down, so it's just Shri surviving. Mix a bit further behind. But look at that gap. Enix and Magistra far ahead. Ooh, Enix almost letting Shri pass right there, but it doesn't matter. 1 and 3 is still enough. But he still stays ahead anyways. Now they are on match point. Team Cup. Will they go to the grand final, or is Team Spa gonna do a sweep 6 rounds in a row? We'll have to see. Now a 1-2-3 lead for Team Cup in the first few seconds of the round. Shri, however, good outcome speed, but not the best setup for the next turns. So still the 1-2-3 for Team Cup. Watson a bit slower, allowing Shri to overtake, but the rest of the swap players a bit further behind. They're really relying on mistakes now. It seems like Magistra has fallen behind. But still the 1-2 is enough, or 1-3 even. Ooh, there goes Enix though. And now Team Swa really has a chance to get another point. There we go. What is position? Ooh, yeah, position 5 is not going to Team Cup. So we have Swa still surviving. Next match is gonna be the other semi-final, and after that we'll have the match for 3rd place. And after that is the grand final. Now, attempt number 2 for Team Cup. Watson jumping very high, and Magistra... Oh, and round. He seems to have had a late start of sorts. Not sure. Oh, Watson was in spec. Okay. Happens. Now for realsies. Attempt number 2 for Team Cup to secure their place in the grand final. Let's see. They have 1 and 2 right here in the start. Shri and Draggy not giving up though. Shri again a bit more of an awkward approach, missing out on some extra speed. But Draggy not too far behind Enix right here. I just tried trying to overtake Shri here for that 1 and 3, securing the point. But still in 4th position. In the current configuration, it is up to 5th place, which is a very close battle here indeed. Nyx has to stay ahead of Magistra. Ooh, but someone missed the finish right there, and that is a GG for Team Cup. They are headed right into the grand final. Now we'll still probably play out the rest of this match until 10 points, but this is the GG for Cup. Now let's see if they can take home those last 2 points, or maybe Swa now able to wake up with less pressure. Now the match is already played. Nyx, however, falling behind. Shri and Draggy. Shri falling behind. Gap player falling behind. Magistrate seems. So it's now Watson and Enix trying to drive home another point for Team Cup. And ooh, Enix once again crashing the finish, allowing 2 swap players to overtake, but it seems like Draggy here is in last, unless Magistra retired, which it seems he did. So this is a draw. This is our first draw, it seems. There we go. First draw of the match after the match is already concluded. Draggy didn't start. Are we restarting or not? It doesn't seem like it. He just wants to get it over with, I guess. Which is understandable, of course. If the result is already set in stone, I can see why you wouldn't want to play any longer. But these players continuing. Magistrat now far lead, but this is a mess of a round. Watson dead now. Nick's overtaking for first. And yeah, I don't know what I'm spectating anymore. This is. Oh, someone crossed the finish line. Magistrat did. So 2 finishes this round. Finally giving another point. GG. Magistrat late start. Maybe because he was typing still. Happens to me often, sometimes. We have one player dead. It was Watson. We have another playing dead. It's Draggy. Let's see what this round has to offer. I think this is gonna be their last round, no matter even if Swa wins, because I don't think they want to anymore. Let's see. Maybe they want to check in a PB or a good Media time. Who knows? Only Watson survived, or what was it? Magistrat. Never mind, not surviving. Enix, however, clocking at that first place, and Magistrat close, no, not very close behind, but taking that second place, ending this match with a 10-5 on map 2. GG's in chat. And now we can move on to this next match, which is planned at 18:30, which is 7 minutes ago. So we'll have to travel back into the past. And see the TC players are eager to play, joining right away as soon as the match was played. So our next match will be TC versus Feint. It's promising to be a close match. Players seem to have connected for TC. And there we have our Feint players as well. And it seems like we are starting right away. 2 warm-ups and live, as Fuzzy says. So the players will have 2 rounds to get accustomed, get their fingers warm. This time we're starting on the map that last match ended on. I'm gonna repeat the rules once more. We are playing 2 maps, both to 10 points, but the amount of round wins is what will win you the match. So, say you win map 1 with a 10-1 score, you only need 2 more rounds on map 2 to win this semi-final. In the event of a tight score after 2 maps, we go back to map 1, this map right here, to play tennis mode to 3 rounds. Now we have our players right here, Raizo, Piranha for Feint, and I'm not sure who's going to be the third player. And on the other end we have Birkin, Tristan and Ike. And there we have Vadi, likely our third player for Team Feint. Let's warm up before we're starting our second semi-final. I gotta update the stream title. Semi-final 2. TC versus Feint. There we go. Oh, right. Alright, we have to make sure everyone is in the correct team before we can start. And Vadi did change team, so we're going live right now in the second semi-final. TC versus Feint. Now for our first round, let's take a look at Raizo. Bonk. Alright, let's see what these players are made of. We have a mixed start right now. Piranha taking the lead. Raizo crashing early on, but Tristan also, but still ahead of Raizo. Ike in the lead. Or not. My bad. Piranha in the lead right here, followed by Vadi and Birkin. But Birkin slowing down, also Ike, I believe, crashing, allowing both Tristan and Raizo to overtake. So this is looking like the first round is going to Feint as long as these players survive. What happened there? What happened there? That was the most extreme bug I've seen. That even lost them the round. That is so unfortunate for Piranha. That is so unfortunate. First round to TC, by sheer luck, I guess. And let's see what round 2 has in store. And Birkin right here. Close back. Birkin with the highest jump, it seems. Falling a little behind. Raizo with the strongest start. Not making the... never mind. Crashing once again. Piranha and Vadi though. Piranha falling a little behind. But Vadi keeping in that first place. Followed by Ike and Piranha now. Piranha, however, with that third place, would secure the point for his team. Even overtaking Ike now though. Birkin, not sure what pushed him to the left so much there. But this time Piranha surviving. And looking to take home the points. Never mind. Surviving that section, but crashing right afterwards in the next section. However, still 1 and 3 for Team Feint. And Piranha able to finish, so there's that. 1-1. All tied up now after that unfortunate first round for Team Feint. Let's go into round 3. Tristan, early mistake. Piranha and Vadi leading. Raizo also close behind, but Ike now overtaking. Whereas Birkin far behind. So it's just Ike for Team TC now. Being chased by 3 Feint players. So as long as these Feint players survive, even what Piranha just did, still enough for Team Feint to take the lead in this match. Ike though seems to be on a pace. Not the pace his team is on. 2-1 now for Team Feint. Round 4. Vari leading once again in the start. This time with a larger margin. Ooh, weird bug for Rizzo. Slowing down a bit, but not too much. Still in the fight. With Tristan here. Ike leading. And it is up to Birkin to secure 3rd or 4th. If Ike can secure that 1st place, but he's being overtaken by 2 Feint players now. Piranha and Rizzo. We're far. Ooh, there goes Rizzo though. Rest in peace. Man. Unlucky happenings for Team Feint, but yeah, that lost him the round, actually. Ike, Tristan and Birkin surviving well enough to take 2, 3 and 4. Tying up the score once again. Now let's see Rizzo start right here. This time once again Piranha in the lead, but fighting it out with Tristan. And Ike and Rizzo close behind. Ike now down. Tristan, awkward line, has to slow down. Now it's once again Piranha and Rizzo in the lead. Birkin, the only one in the mix, but quite far behind still. And yeah, has to slow down. Very awkward line, and now it's the 1, 2, 3 for Team Feint. Just Ike. But he has to rely on mistakes right here, like Rizzo just did and Piranha just did. Ooh, is Rizzo gonna... No, Rizzo doesn't survive, so maybe TC can take it once again on the behest of mistakes from Team Feint. Rizzo probably not finishing, or he will finish actually. Now this is a draw. 2 DNFs. 2 DNFs resulting in a draw. Happens. Still tied up then. L94 seems to be in the mix. Joined as a player instead of a spectator by accident. Yeah, there you go. Now we have 1 Feint player down. Piranha now with an awkward line. Also falling behind a little, so it's Ike and Tristan trying to secure that point. We're taking 1 and 3 maybe. But Vari is having none of that. He's fighting for that 1st place. Right behind Ike. However, Ike has faster exit speed through that section and is extending his lead. Tristan right here. Able to take 3rd. Ooh, Ike had to slow down right there, but still takes 1st, and Tristan securing the point with 3rd place. And there comes Rizzo. Finishing up this round and giving TC the lead right here. Close match so far, back and forth. And once again, determined mostly by who makes the fewest mistakes. Rizzo now with the strongest start. Quite the margin he has. Ike trying to come back a little though, and succeeding seemingly. Vari, however, in 3rd place. So Feint still safe to take home the point for this round if they keep it up. Tristan far behind. Birkin overtaking 1 player. But now it is up to Tristan to take 5th. But Birkin is dead. Even behind Rizzo now. So this is looking like a Feint round as long as Rizzo finishes. but he doesn't. So another tie. Barely unable to finish. Not sure how much time he had left, but yeah. Once again tied up. Scored 3-2 still. This is promising to be another long match if it continues like this. Which means we will be heavily delayed for our grand final planned at 8. Ike this time in the lead, but Piranha, trying riskier lines, better exit speed, but instead crashes into the wall, losing out on a few positions. But Raizo still challenging for that lead. Tristan, 4th place, right behind Piranha here. And as the positions look right now, this is going to be a TC round. However, Birkin has to stay ahead of Vadi here if he wants to. There goes Raizo though. This is looking more and more like a TC round. Now leading with 2 points over Team Feint. Four to 2. Let's see Ike for this round in the start. See Piranha and Ike with the strongest starts. Piranha seems to have a little less airtime, but it's still very close. Vadi is in the mix there too, didn't see him there. Ike trying for risky lines, low jumps for much extra speed, but he did what Piranha did last round or the round before that. Crashed into that wall, so now we have Vadi and Raizo in the top, mixed up with Tristan. Tristan challenging first place right here, but will it matter? That's up to Ike and Birkin right here. Raizo crashing, and this is looking like another TC round. Now Feint seems to crumble a little. They had the better pace at the start of this match, but a lot of bad luck. Can they turn this around? Now Piranha with the strongest start, together with Raizo. But there goes Raizo. More bugs, I would assume. Birkin also fell behind a little. Tristan and Ake battling it out with Vadi and Piranha here for the top places. Piranha falling behind a little, but better approach right here. Back in that battle for 3rd place with Tristan overtaking. However, Vadi falling behind. Now the places have switched up. Ake also having to let go a little. Now it is a 1-2 all of a sudden for Feint. However, Ake with the better line into the finish. However, Birkin unable to finish it seems, or retired. So 5th place going to Raizo and a point to Feint. Finally breaking that streak for TC. See if they can keep it up. Vadi late start, so this is going to be a restart. I would assume. And round. Guess not. Tristan following Raizo. I mean, I could swear one of them had a late start, no? Alright, no matter. We continue. Point for Team Feint. 5-4 now. XD moment. Alright, this time around all players started. Piranha, early mistake. Ike and Tristan leading now. Vadi in the mix, Rizzo also close by. However, now Ike extending his lead. Tristan coming a little back into the pack. Rizzo, however, I think a little touch there, so it's 1 and 2 for Team TC. Now let's see if they can drive cleanly, survive, and drive home the point here for their team. Ike going for a very low jump there. Seems risky, but all good in the hood. He seems to survive and taking home the point for Team TC now. Getting back to their 2-point lead. Now we have Piranha leading early in the round. Tristan closely behind. Ike, overspeed. Overtaking a lot of players there. And now going for the overtake on the first place, but he lands right on the Renstein. However, Piranha crashes once again. So now it is all of a sudden Birkin and Rizzo fighting for their first place. Rizzo, better line though. Now Birkin and Ike are in 2 and 3. Piranha far behind. Vadi not very far behind. However, Birkin now dead. Tristan behind Piranha as well, so this is looking like a convincing feint round with 1 and 3. Now only a 1-point difference between the teams. This round, feint seems to be leading, but it's going back and forth. Piranha did what Ike did last round, landed on the Renstein. Now it's 1-2 for Team TC. Working a second. A large gap behind Ike though. He is on the strongest pace this round. Rizzo, Piranha falling behind. As long as the TC players survive, this is looking like a stroll in the park to take home this round. Ike with the first place right there. Definitely the strongest player for TC. Most consistent anyways, seemingly. Team feint definitely having the better pace, at least at the start of the match. But Rizzo here, early mistake. So what can Piranha and Vadi do about that? They have 1 and 3. As long as they can stay ahead of Ike here. This will be enough. Vadi, however, dead. Well, not completely dead, but very far behind now. So this is looking bleak for Team feint. Ike once again trying to take the first position. Piranha risking, not paying off. Tristan not surviving the jump. Could this be of impact? It doesn't seem like it. 1 and 2 still for Team TC. He doesn't even need to finish. He still does though. Eight to 5 now. With 2 more rounds, this map could be over, or maybe feint, reverse sweep, 5 points in a row. We'll have to see. They definitely have the pace. They just need to survive. Pretty much. Now, we have 1 player dead, Ike dead. This is looking good for Team feint. Piranha leading. Rizzo dead, but also Tristan dead. So it is... Wait, what is happening? Piranha leading, Vadi in 3rd. That's all they need. Piranha has enough of a lead that he doesn't have to worry about Birking as long as he survives. And there he goes. Drives it home. Safe and sound. High jump. Doesn't matter. Straight into the finish. A good time. Very good time. Getting closer to that sub 47 time. Maybe we'll see one in the round. Now 8-6. Let's see Tristan. Ike now finding it out with Vadi for that first place in the start section of the map. However, again, same section. Ike goes down. That was Vadi, also down. But Raizo and Piranha staying strong. However, Birking, overtaking. Raizo fighting back, keeping his second place. Tristan and Birkin now. Gap is increasing, however, Raizo dead. Piranha in first place, however, it is important now. What are his teammates doing? It seems like Vadi cannot catch up with TC players. And with their 2, 3 and 4 positions, they still take the point. Now on map point. 9-6. Now can TC take it home on their first attempt? Or will Feint fight back? Starts, TC looking strong. Ike, quite the lead already. Risky lines though. Again lands on the Reinstein, and again Piranha crashes that wall. We see a lot of similar mistakes happening each and every round. So now it's Vadi leading. Raizo in third, Ike still in second after that Reinstein. However, Tristan and Birkin. Birkin may be able to challenge that third place, which is important because 1 and 3. Ooh, Ike though, overtaking first place and securing the point actually. Securing the map point. That was a clutch ending right there from Ike. Risking it for the biscuit and it paid off. We see Piranha leaving the server. So he'll probably be swapped out on the next map for another player. Let's see if TC is doing any player swaps. It seems Hugo is connecting for Team TC and Oscar is connecting for Team Feint. Now we're back on this beloved map where everything is determined in one section. I'll let the players warm up again for 2 rounds before we get into it. Last map was 10-6, I believe, so TC have a 4-point advantage, which is significant. But you never know what happens on this map. So we have Oscar, Vadi and Raizo now for Team Feint, and who's... It seems Tristan is being swapped out for Hugo. That's the first warm-up done. TC looking to take 7 points on this map, since Feint took 6 on the last. Or Feint, on the other hand, looking to get 10 before TC gets to 6 or 7, preferably 6. So if they do get to, or what am I saying? 5, I meant 5 or 6. If they do get to 6, and Feint gets to 10, we'll have to do a few more rounds on map 1 to decide the winner. Right, warm-up 2 over, we're going live. Map 2, semi-final 2. Let's see who comes out on top, securing that place in the grand final against Gub. Let's see what Raizo does here in the start. You see gaps forming right here after CP1, Ike leading. Hugo, Raizo and Vali not far behind, Birkin also in the mix. Trying for that low jump right here, Raizo fighting for that second place. Better respawn, having a bit of an advantage over Hugo here, but this section all defining. Raizo a bit slower, allowing Vali to overtake, however Hugo also slow. So now it is 1 and 4 for TC. What's happening on P5? Birkin very far behind, so Oscar looking to take home the first point on this map for his team. Ike with a 51.84 was it? Not a bad time, but we saw Enix doing that 74 last match in a live round. So anything can still happen. Now round number 2. No mistakes so far in the start, but Ike with a weaker start than he had last round. However, his teammates Hugo, Birkin still in the mix. Here with Raizo and Vadi. Ike also crawled back to the top pack, and now it's only Vadi surviving this section of Team Feint, while his other teammates struggle to get through it with a good pace. And like I said before, that is the ever-defining section of this map. It will come down to that that part most of the time. So now Ike and Hugo securing that point for Team TC, tying up the score. Yeah, so you drove like WR by far in our round. Okay, mad lad. Alright, round number 3 right here. Raizo leading in the start. Hugo and Oscar not too far behind. It's close pack so far. Birkin, more airtime, falling a little behind. However, Hugo with a slow respawn it seems. Now let's see what this section has to offer. Ike struggling, but still maintaining a second position. Hugo struggled even more. He seems to be out of this race. And now it's just Ike being surrounded by Feint players. And Raizo looking to take home another point for his team. There he goes with a 52.26. Definitely strong time, given the weird section in the middle, but as we saw Ike do an 84 earlier, there's a lot possible on this map. Oh, let's see Oscar right here. Taking an inside line for checkpoint 1. Now leading with Raizo early on. The gaps are larger than we saw in previous rounds in this section right here. Birkin and Vadi falling behind a little. Yuga and Ike having to fight to gain some positions, perhaps, especially through this section. Raizo struggling, survives though, surprisingly, after that weird wallbang. Could have gone on his roof there, but Hugo also died right there. So now it's Birkin and Ike in 2 and 3. So what's happening on position 5? Vadi, Oscar. Oscar behind, but how far behind is Hugo? Hugo is further behind, so this is looking like another feint point. There goes Oscar securing the point. Hugo unable to finish after that midsection there. We've seen other players get stuck there a lot. So that happens. Now we have Raizo and Oscar. Oscar with the strongest start. Raizo more speed, overtakes once again. Strong start for Team Feint. Hugo falling behind. Ake nowhere to be seen. Well, even further behind. Not completely dead, but he'll have to rely on Team Feint, who has 1, 2, 3 positions to make a mistake right here. Let's see if they do. They go through it slowly, but they have the room to do so. Vadi falling behind a little, but they still have 1 and 2. Birkin has a slowdown. Now it's just Ike in the mix, but still far behind Raizo. 1 and 2. Raizo, however, clipped. Slowed down, but they still have 1 and 3. So his team has his back right there. And another point for Team Feint. 1 to 4. Can they crawl back from that 4-point deficit from the previous map? Ike. He went very wide right there. Yeah, that was risky, but he still seems to be somewhat in the mix. Did he clip the edge right there? I'm not sure. Low jump. Oscar jumped very high there, very awkward line, but not falling too far behind. Fighting it out with Birkin here. Hugo, however, in the mix with Raizo. Birkin able to overtake Vadi, I believe, who struggled through that very important section right there. So now we're looking at perhaps another TC point, as Hugo and Birkin maintain that 1-3 position. Raizo trying something, but it's not paying off. Hugo staying in that first position, Birkin securing that point. Ike also not too far behind in that 4th position. So now TC finally with another point on this map. And they only need 5 more. However, at this pace, Feint definitely seems to be the favorite on this map. Vadi now with the strongest start. And again, the gaps in the start are larger than we saw early on in the match. Now Ike fighting it out with Vadi. And Hugo in 3rd. Raizo now coming a bit closer to 3rd, it seems. Vadi, however, touching before this section. Raizo risking it. I heard Ike holding strong in the 1st position. Birkin in 3rd. Raizo now, the slowdown. Awkward line. Not sure what happened. Clip maybe. Birkin seemed like a slow wall ride, but still in 2nd position. So Birkin and Ike once again taking home another point for their team. Now their first back-to-back round on this map for TC. Now the point difference is only 1 point. Let's see Birkin in the start right here. 2 players already early mistakes. Birkin also clipping. Oscar now also clipping. 2 players surviving the start. Hugo in 1st. Raizo in 2nd. Let's see what's happening behind them then. Ike and Birkin in 3rd and 4th. So it's looking to be in TC's advantage. As long as they survive this section. Ike, however, dead. Has to respawn or does an awkward backup. Oscar, however, even further behind. Let's see what Fadi is doing. Ooh, and Raizo dead on his roof, had to respawn. So this is a free point for Team TC. You just have to drive it home. Right there, the finish. Hugo, Birkin, and Ike further behind, but still able to overtake Raizo after he had to respawn. And now the score is tied up again. Now, Feint getting closer to the danger zone. If they want to win on this map, they can only allow TC to take one more point. Otherwise, we'll either go to the tiebreaker or TC might win if they get to 7. Fadi, early mistake. And Raizo now leading. Oscar trying to take that 4th position. However, he and both his teammate Vadi will have to take over one of the TC players if they want to win this round. Raizo, however, leading comfortably. Ike, however, may give away the point if Vadi is able to overtake, but he is far behind. So even with Raizo in 1st and Oscar in 4th, Ike will still get the point for Team TC. We're taking them on 5. And like I said, this is now the danger zone. If TC win one more round, there's no way for Feint to win on this map. They can only force the draw, force the tie, which would lead us back to the first map for the tiebreaker. However, early mistakes now by Team TC. 2 players down, only Birkin surviving. Now it's up to Fadi, Oscar and Raizo to just drive it home. As long as they survive cleanly, they have a lot of wiggle room. However, 2 players falling a little behind, but they still survive. And it's just Birkin trying to fight for that 1st place, but as long as the other players from Feint don't make any mistakes, it will be to no avail. Raizo holding strong still on that 1st position. Fadi and Oscar also not doing anything crazy, just driving home the point. Now putting them on tight scores on this map. Let's see, Oscar right here. Ooh, early mistake by Team Feint this time. It is Fadi who is down, and now Hugo and Ike leading early on in the round. Raizo not too far behind, but he'll have to risk it, because he needs one of those positions. Seems Birkin isn't falling behind too far either, so this is going to be tough for Feint to get back from, even more so after Oscar died in that section. So it's just Raizo here fighting with Ike. Ike, bit of an awkward line, but still holding strong. Maybe allowing to overtake Raizo with a bit more speed. It seems that way, but Ike with the inside line. Now it's very close for that 1st position. In any event, Raizo. Ooh, it's a tie even. Raizo seemed to be ahead a little on screen, but I'm not sure how the tiebreaker works in Trackmania. In any event, it doesn't matter. TC taking the point and securing at least a tie. Now Raizo with the early mistake. Can TC benefit from this? Can he take advantage? Oscar in the mix. Where's Fadi? Also a little behind with Raizo. Gap is not too large though, they can still come back, especially in that tricky section coming up ahead. However, it is all or nothing now for them. And two of the players, really awkward bounce right there, falling behind. So this is looking very bleak. However, Hugo giving us a slight hint of hope. But Fadi also falling behind. Now it's Oscar and Raizo, too far behind, however, to make a difference. And this is looking like a GG for Team TC, securing their place in the grand final. And there we go. TC will be your second grand finalist. We'll be playing against Cup, but that is for later. First we'll have the match for third place between Swa and Feint coming up, after we play out the rest of this match. Now Raizo with the early mistake. And Oscar as well with a way too wide of a line. Ike and Hugo can lead. And chased behind by Fadi though. Let's see what this section has to offer right now. Fadi dead. Raizo surviving, but Oscar also dead. So it is only Birkin who fell behind for Team TC. Hugo and Ike surviving. Ike far ahead, however. There's another point for Team TC. Now, since the score is already, or the semi-final is already decided, I'm gonna let these last few rounds just play out. I need a little break. I need to pee. I need to get some water. So I'll be RB. Alright, I have returned. Let's see, what's the score? 8-7. Okay. A few more rounds for Feint. see what happens here. Be nice for Team Feint if they can at least get the map win. Even if they couldn't get the match, they might still be able to get the map. It's looking like it so far. 1, 2, 3. In this round, tying up the score, 8-8. So a maximum of 4 more rounds to go before we conclude semifinal number 2. 3. Excuse me, 3. Not 4. Quick maths. Oscar and Vadi, strong starts. Oscar seemed to have a bit of a slowdown there. Awkward line, maybe. We go with the lower jump than Vadi. And a tighter line. But a slower respawn, so Vadi stays ahead. Or Ike also there in the mix. Now Vadi with a slow section right there. Allowing Ike to overtake. Rizo is fighting back. And in this configuration it is up to 5th place, which is currently Birkin, to decide the round. However, Rizo falling behind, even falling off, literally. So it is a team ace for Team TC. Right, 9-8. Let's see what Team Feint can do. Hugo barely surviving, what's he doing? Ike and Birkin, however. A healthy start. Vadi, 2nd place. With his teammates falling a bit behind. But does this section hold first? Birkin, allowing a lot of players to overtake, getting stuck. Vadi, awkward bump. Oscar, however, slow exit speed. Hugo to overtake. Now Ike still in 2nd. Or first, I mean, Hugo in 3rd. Which means this map is now over, unless Oscar might overtake. Then we'll have to see whoever is 5th, but Hugo seems to be ahead. And he stays ahead by 100th. But in any event, the round would have still been TC since Birkin was in 5th. And now we end semifinal 2. We'll go straight into the next match, which is Swa versus Feint for the 3rd place. I gotta update my title once again. Oh, okay. Well, I'll go straight to the finals then. I see. Righty then. But the final will be played at 8th, I believe. So we still have half an hour. I mean, if for me it doesn't matter when we start. We start when we start. Cop says they're fine with 7:45, so in 15 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. 15-minute break. Sounds good. Ah, yeah. The knockout tournament thingy is also playing. So it makes sense. Some players are unavailable now. All right. In that case, I'll be AFK for like, well, until it starts. Let's put up a text thingy. There you go. BRB. I'm here. Everyone's here, we can start. All right, wait, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand final of the mini RPG Championship. We have our finalist teams, TC and Cup. We'll be playing 2 maps, both until 10 points. And in the end, the most round points will grant you the victory. However, if the teams draw after the 2 maps, we will go back to map 1 to decide it with tennis mode enabled until I think 3 rounds. So right now we are warming up. All the players will have 2 warm-up rounds before the match goes live. Our lineups are for Cup, Enix, Magistra and Watson, as we've seen them play in the semi-final a while ago. And on the TC side we have Birkin, Tristan and Ike. Same lineups as the semi-finals, no changes there. Of course, both of these teams very strong, as we've seen. So let's hope this is going to be as close a match as the semi-final we just had. And who knows, maybe we'll see Enix with another PP/Daddy one. You never know. First round or warm-up done. I'm sure the nerves are settling in now for the players. I'm sure I'm nervous. I'm usually more nervous spectating than I am playing, so you know how it is. Of course, these maps are quite a spectacle. A lot of bugs can happen, a lot of very difficult sections that can lose you a lot of time. So we'll see a lot of action in the rounds, during the rounds. Maybe a lot of upsets, maybe a lot of emotions. We'll see how things go. Second warm-up done, and we're going live. GL, HF to all the players. And let's see what these teams can give us. Let's put our perspective on Enix right here. Usually the strongest starts, as we've seen in the semi-final. Let's see if he does that here as well. And now it is him, Watson and Ake with a slight advantage over the rest of the pack. Ake, however, risky lines, more outcome speed. We're a bit wide there. Now has to give up some space to the other players. Enix and Magistra. Now overtaken. And Cup looking very strong. Now Enix falling down, however. Tristan and Ake having that 2 and 3 position. That's important to see what's happening for 5th. Enix ahead of Birkin. That's important for Team Cup. We can keep that up. Ooh, Birkin doesn't make the jump. This is now a very strong round looking for Team Cup. No, Ake and Tristan taking 1 and 3 now. Watson overtaken, it seems. Securing the point for Team TC. As long as Birkin finishes. And he does. Eventually. So the first round is going to Team TC. Let's see if Cup can retaliate after that first round. Enix, as expected, strongest start. Ike, however, not far behind, and we've seen the lines he took, usually more risky. Now this time awkward and has to adjust a lot, crashes. Also Enix now, awkward lines. Might just start taking over. Watson in that deciding 5th place. However, Enix, another mistake, now in last place, had to respawn or something. However, Ake falling down. And this is looking like a very messy run. Ake is falling. Don't know where he went. But this is looking like a cup round, 1 and 3. 2 DNFs for Team TC. So now the score is tied up again. And let's see Tristan. Strong start for Team Cup. Early advantage. Like, however, also strongest start, and there goes Watson. Magistra leading though, and Enix also battling for that second position. Looking again like Cup, stronger team in this round. Like chasing behind, where is Birkin? Birkin far behind, overtaken by Watson even. So Tristan and Ake will have to pray for a miracle here. But they get none. 1 and 2 for Magistra and Enix. Very strong round there. Number 3 going to Cup. Taking the lead. Watson early bug though. Magistra also, so now TC has an early advantage. They can hold on to this. This should be 3 points. However, Tristan had to slow down. So Watson can overtake. However, Watson now also awkward line, maybe bugged. Didn't see what happened there exactly, but he's fallen back to last place now. Tristan being chased by Magistra, but he has a bit of a buffer, and as long as he just drives safe, this is gonna be a TC point. Only Enix with a very strong round here, 29. Followed by Ake and Birkin. Oh, Magistra able to overtake Tristan, but it doesn't matter. Tristan's still in 5th. So this point is going to TC. This is looking like a very close match. A lot of mistakes as expected. These maps are very prone to mistake. But as far as the scores go, very close match. Early disadvantage for Birkin. Very awkward line there in the start. Fell behind. Enix, strongest start once again, together with Magistra. Ake also fell behind even further. Now he is completely dead, out of the race. Tristan here, outside line. A bit awkward. Cup with a very strong round here, 1, 2, 3. Not budging, no mistakes so far. As I say that, Enix, slight touch, but probably still in 4th. No, Birkin overtook, still in 5th, but 1, 2 is plenty enough. Ooh, Magistra dead, now Ake. Probably doesn't matter. Except if Ake now, ooh, if Ake takes 5th, which he does, the round completely turned around. That was going to be smooth sailing for a cup here, but well, whatever happened, happened. Now TC in the lead. 3-2. Again, strong start for cup, however, Magistra completely dead, had to respawn. Ike now, bit of a gap behind Enix, and Watson still fighting strong for that second place, but even third would be enough if Enix keep this up. Where are TC's teammates? Pretty far behind, so they would rely on a mistake, or if Ake risks it for the biscuit and maybe takes first. No, he risks too much. And now 1 and 2 for Team Cup. They have to survive. Enix drove over the border right there, but he survives. Luckily for him. And still takes first place after Watson had to release a lot there. 1 and 2, so another point for Cup. Tying back up the score. This is a very exciting match, very close rounds. And a lot of switch ups. Like the start. Oh, there's end round Enix, maybe bad TC. Or, oh, there we go. Someone was in spectator. Also, yeah, the score, it should be tied up, no? Well, I'm not sure anymore, I don't know. I'll have to see the replay. However, this round, strong start for Enix, and Ike also chasing behind. It's better outcome speed, but ooh, he risked that jump. Over jumps, doesn't hit the Renstein, luckily this time. But that is very risky. Ake now, seemingly on a very strong time, claiming a record in Sector 3. Oh, wow. Enix. The gap is quite large, but what is happening behind them? It's all Cap. So only Ike seems to be a survivor. However, one of the Cap players now dead, which actually allows Team TC to take the point. That is almost the sub. We still haven't seen the sub in match, but that is a very fast time by Ike. Now 4-3. I'm not sure what happened last round, but the point didn't count or something. So we have to count one up to Team Cup. Birkin here, early on dead. Tistan and TC having to take first and third if they want to take this round. One of the Cup players dead. Watson falling behind now. Ike really has to risk it to take over Enix though, as Tristan is unable to overtake Watson at this point. Ooh, Tristan touched, unable to make this. Yeah, that's a big respawn. And the rest of the players already finished. Enix in first. So that's another Cup point, and now the score is tied up 4-4. Still lagging. Nice internet. Maybe it was the lag that made him crash. No, on the client side, on his screen, time maybe, yeah, slowing down or speeding up, which makes it very hard to control the car. But that's on his part. Cup team now. Take your point. I mean, now it's gonna be confusing. Is this their free round, or is this just a normal round? I would say this is just a normal round, but it's up to the admins. It's 5, yeah. Ake agrees with me. Right. This time it's Ake battling it out with Enix for the early lead. We've seen Ake taking these speedier lines. But once again, he touches that Renstein. However, not too much of a time loss here over the other players. Enix catching up a little, now with the riskier line, able to overtake. But what's happening behind? Tristan in third, Birkin in fourth. So this is looking like a strong TC round. Where are the cup players? Watson is not too far behind. He could make something happen. There we go. First player overtaken. Now it's down to whoever gets fifth, unless Tristan lets overtake. No. Birkin takes fifth though, so it's another TC round. Scores tied up again. This is a very, very close match. Now let's see Birkin start. Watson, Enix, Ike, strong starts. It seems Watson fell down though. Okay, first. And Birkin. No, Tristan made a mistake. Enix again with the more inside line here. Ike has to release a little, allowing Enix to come closer. And now also Magistra in the battle. So Ake really has to defend that first place if he wants the point for his team. Tristan further behind, but Birkin still able. Ooh, Birkin made a mistake here. So even if Ike takes first, which he doesn't, he gets overtaken by both players here. Very strong round from Team Kelp here. I like how both Ake and L94 are keeping the score. Anyhow, Watson, Enix, Ike once again the stronger starts. Enix this time and Ike making a mistake. Oh, it's Tristan and Birkin and Watson. Watson falling down. It's just Magistra having to fight these two TC players. Whereas Enix, he's further behind, whereas Ike is battling it out with Enix as usual. But this time not in the front. Now as the positions stand, this is definitely going to be a TC round, unless Magistra here taking over first. So now it's very important whoever takes fifth. And since Watson could not get fifth there, this is a TC point. No, never mind. Magistra took over first place, Enix took over third. So this is a red point. So now it's 5-7 for Team Cup. Let's see what TC has to say to that. Ike, down. So this is already looking very good for Team Cup. Nothing really happening here. Birkin now overtaking Watson, as Watson had to slow down. Also challenging Magistra. However, this is still going to be a cap round. Unless something big happens. Ooh, that's a respawn. That is something big. But however, Tristan would have to challenge Watson here, which he does. Watson having the landing bug. Now it's up to whoever gets fifth. But Ike... Ooh, yes, Ike gets fifth. Magistra very far behind. So there is our first sub as well. First one of the day. Perhaps the last one as well. What a chat gamer. However, doesn't win the round. Why am I... Yeah. I was not supposed to play there. Someone didn't start, or... Yeah, Watson didn't start. I'm not sure what happened there. Alright. Now we are back live. All 6 players starting. Once again, Cup in the lead in the early sections of the map. Ike is... Ooh, Ike wanted to challenge there, but makes a mistake. Touching the side. I was just Birkin. Ooh, but was that a landing bug? I'm not sure. But Watson is out. Phoenix in third now. Still securing the point for their team. As long as Magistra keeps up first place here. And Phoenix in third. Where's the rest of Team TC? He's still far behind. Ake further behind. So there we go. Magistra, Enix, Watson taking home another point. 6-8 now for Team Cup. OTC clenching their butts because any point they can take into the next map will matter. Maybe they can even come back from this. But Cup only has 2 more points to close out this map. Ike leading this time. And Birkin supporting in that 4th position. And Tristan also coming here, coming in to challenge for that 4th position still, because that's very important. As long as Ake keeps in first, it's vital for his teammates to perform. Now Tristan has to get 3rd, or Birkin has to stay ahead of Watson. And Watson seems to be down bad because Birkin... Oh no, Birkin is down bad even worse. So Watson taking here the point. The 9th point for their team, and a map point. Ike, you memer. A point for Team Cup. Like I said, TC really needs to accumulate as many points as they can if they want a better chance on the next map. 1 player down for Team TC. Enix challenging Ake. Together with his teammates, Ake down. Now it's just Birkin. No, never mind. None of the players from TC except for Tristan surviving so far. Ake not too far behind though, but they're now relying on mistakes from Team Cup. Enix leading, Magistra behind. Enix on a very good pace it seems, but makes the mistake or the bug, not sure what happened. But it's only 1 TC player taking advantage of that, making this a GG on map 1. Cup with a substantial lead going into map 2. And a hill to climb for TC. Very good performance here from Team Cup. Seemingly much better than they did in the semi-final. Semi-final, they were also very fast, but many more mistakes, I believe. Alright, that marks the end of map 1. Now Team Cup only need 7 points, I believe, to take home first place in this Grand Championship. Coming up, we see Ike with a strong performance. But I'm expecting Enix to also perform once again. And perhaps fewer mistakes in this upcoming section. Now that they've played so many rounds on it already. But once again, TC cannot allow Team Cup to get to 7 points if they want to have a chance. Oh, the final warm-up before we start on map 2. Team Cup looking very strong this Grand Championship though. Definitely the favorite. Like doing a little trolling in the warm-up to ease his nerves. But now, after this warm-up, the tension is back on. A lot of pressure on the players. Let's see who comes out on top. Of course, we now have Hugo subbed in for Team TC. And Arceus for Team Cup. Hugo, as far as I know, he's kind of part of both teams, but he plays for TC in this instance. Lucky TC. However, strong start for Cup. Birkin falling behind a little, and Enix once again with the strongest start. Followed by Arceus, Magistrat and Ake here battling the second place. One of them down, Ike challenging. However, not the best exit speed compared to Enix, but now crawling a bit closer to Enix. Seemed to have a better wall slide there, but had a little bump, slowing him down. And it doesn't seem like he can overtake here in the final section. Let's see what the rest of the team is doing. Arceus securing the point here for his team with 3rd place. So now Cup can start counting down. They only need 6 more rounds to secure that win. And TC, a struggle ahead. One of them down. Birkin once again. Early failure. Arceus leading. Enix, however, also a weaker start this time. Arceus very low jump, very tight. And he's being followed by his teammate Magistrat. He's being... Ooh, but Magistrat falls down. Ike now overtaking in this section. Now we have Arceus in 2nd, with Enix behind them, and Hugo had to respawn, so now it's up to Birkin to try and get 4th, but I'm not sure it matters. Ooh, Ike down, and there it goes, another point to Cup. $79. I mean, it's not WR, man. But yeah, very nice time from Enix once again. Very good pace. Now we have Ake in the mix with all the Cup players. Hugo behind. Birkin also not the strongest start. And looking at the space, Cup is going very strong on this map now. Where they had a bit of a struggle in the semi-final with all the bugs, and especially in this section. Now they are looking very strong and dominant. So here overtaking Birkin. Ake the only one in the mix with Enix and Magistrat. However, this is looking like another Cup point. Back to back to back. 3 in a row. And well, the tension is and the pressure is going to be very high now for TC. Only 3 rounds of wiggle room, and even then, if Cup reach 6 points, the only outcome is either a draw, forcing into a tiebreaker, or a loss. So TC should aim for only 2 more round losses at max. And on the other hand, Cup probably just wants to get this over with as quick as they can. One TC player down. Ike and Hugo also struggling through the section. Now Cup in the lead. Arceus clipped. And now Ike is in the lead once again. However, Majistra not able to challenge unless Ike makes another mistake here. He doesn't. And now Hugo is taking it home with 3rd place here. First point for Team TC. Now they need to keep this up if they want to have a chance in this grand final. Now we head into the 5th round. And we already have 1 player dead and 1 player falling behind as well. Only Hugo surviving in this start, but he's also far behind the rest of Cup. This is looking like a very strong round for Cup once again. Enix and Arceus leading. Magistra slowing down a little. Enix going the fastest through this section. Magistra also. And Arceus allowing Ake to overtake here. However, maintaining that 3rd position. Cup is still secure. However, Ake now challenging Enix for that 1st position. This could shake up things. However, Enix holding strong for that 1st position. And this is another Cup point. Now on 4 points. Only 3 more to go. Very, very strong and dominant performance so far. Where in the start of the 1st map, the scores were back and forth. Now Cup is pulling away with their scores. Ike leading this time in the start. However, Magistra and Enix chasing behind. Magistra with a bit of airtime, losing a bit of time, but none of the other players taking full advantage of that. TC and Ake inside each other. However, Enix much better section. Arceus also. Now all Cap players in the top. However, Arceus falling a little behind. But 1 and 2 is enough for Team Cup to take another point home. And getting ever closer to that trophy. '86. Nice time. Balling indeed. Enix definitely a contender for MVP, if it's not clear already for this whole tournament. However, he also of course has his team to thank. This 1 player can't make an entire championship. But let's see if Team TC can come back from this. Birkin, however, down this round. And Ake having a hard time challenging Enix here. Hugo, however, in 3rd, so it's up to Birkin to maybe get 5th, but it doesn't look like it. So with Arceus in 5th place and Hugo stuck. This is going to be once again a Cup round, and now they have forced at least they secured this map. And the only possible outcome for TC is either a tie or a loss. So TC would have to do 9 rounds in a row if they want a result. They want to get to that tiebreaker. As it looks, Aik and Hugo haven't given up yet. Magistra, Arceus fighting here in second and third. And as it stands, it's up to Birkin once again to get 5th. Positions haven't changed. So let's see where this leads us. Aik holding strong but being chased mercilessly by Magistra here. However, he secures that first position still. Let's see what Birkin is up to. I think he's still in last. Yeah, so this is the GG. And there you have it, your Grand Champions Team Cup for the Mini RPG Grand Championship. Let's see if they wanna, yeah, they wanna continue playing. Congratulations, of course, to this very, very dominant and strong performance from Cup. It really seemed like they struggled a little more in the semis than they did here. They really picked up the pace, made a lot less mistakes. They warmed up, that's for sure. And as it stands, a very deserved win. Now Arceus is leading this round. Magistra had to respawn. And Enix seemed to have retired. So this is maybe a free point for TC. Their second point on this map. Three finishes would be impossible. Okay. Oh, we'll let this play out. Let the Cup players have their victory rounds, victory laps. Or maybe have TC do a massive comeback. For this section, only one victim, Birkin. This time around. Aik leading. Magistra, Arceus, and Enix following. However, Magistra closer to Aik. Not close enough though, it seems. It seems, however, very close. Almost overtakes, but 200s. Still, the cap round though. 8-2. Enix, not with the strong start we're used to seeing from him. But his teammates, he can rely on. Birkin and Hugo. Ooh, Hugo dead though. And Birkin, the only one, together with Enix, kind of surviving that section. But the gap is very large between him and Enix. And Magistra here able to overtake with a lot of overspeed. So, ooh, but Magistra slows down. There goes Enix. And now Birkin has a free first place. But Aik seems to have retired. And Hugo is not in a position to secure the point for TC. So Cup now on 9 points. 1 point away from ending this match. Now, let's see if some players are going to risk it all for maybe a PB. Nothing to lose anyways, literally. I just try Ake and Birkin with the strongest start there. And this time they all survive, however Birkin with a bit more of a struggle than Ake and Magistra. And Ake coming out stronger than Magistra as well. Hugo, dead. Birkin seems to be dead as well. So it's just Ake for Team TC. Finishing at the 52.02, not a bad time. It's not a sub either. And now Hugo not finishing, so a draw. The suspense. Will they end it on line 2 or will TC go back to 10-9 or something? Oh, one player down in the start. It seems to have been Ake. Yes. Again, Birkin, however, surviving, but slower start compared to their counterparts. And Arceus now also in the mix, challenging Hugo. Enix and Magistra, let's see how they get through this section. Enix, risky. Arceus seemed to have a better line through it, but Enix better speed. And now it is the home run for Team Cup, ending it with an ace, probably, unless Hugo is able to deny. And he is not. He is. But they all end with a diagonal finish. Very well played by Team Cup here. Deserved to win, GG's. I'm happy I was able to cast this. I'm not used to casting this. It's actually exhausting. I don't know how Raysons, Turbo, these guys, how they do it. Massive respect to them. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I am heading straight off right now, unless we have the match for 3rd place. Do we? Fuzzy question mark? Oh, we are continuing. I see. We'll have a 5-minute break and then we'll go to the 3rd place match. So if you're interested in that still, we have Team Swap versus Team Feint for the 3rd place. There, title updated. And thus we continue this very long stream. Players seem to be here and ready. At least the swap players. Pardon me. Hope you didn't hear that. Free advertisement if you want to watch Birkin's side of things. Though on the inferior platform, of course. Cup won, yeah. Quite dominantly. They were very, very strong. And there is, I think, no debate in who is the MVP of this whole tournament, which is Enix. Now we're supposed to start in a few minutes already, so I don't know if the Finn players have connected. So we are probably starting very soon. Alright, players getting their warm-ups in on this map now. Before we start, we see Marius playing now, this time around, instead of Draggy, I believe. So let's see how that changes things for Team Swa. Depending on how prepared Marius is, this section is gonna be, or might be, troublesome. A very difficult section. As all the players will struggle through that. I believe we'll have the same lineup for Team Fate. No switches there. There we go. Adi, Piranha, and Raizo up against Marius, Nyx, and Fuzzy. One more warm-up and we'll be going live for the battle for third place. Again, same rules will apply here. 2 maps, to 2 points, or 10 points, I mean. And in the end, the amount of round wins will decide the winner. In the event of a draw score at the end of the 2 maps, we will go back to this map, map 1, for a tiebreaker until 3 points with tennis mode enabled, so with at least a 2-point difference. Alright, last warm-up has concluded. GLHF in the chat. And then we'll go live into the final match of this Grand Championship. Swa versus Feint for 3rd place. Let's put our camera on Nyx in the first round here. Curious to see who will take the first point in this matchup. Raizo and Piranha with the strongest starts. Fuzzy trailing behind the rest of his team. Having to battle it out here with Fadi. Piranha falling off. So there is the advantage for Team Swa. However, 1 and 3 still enough for Team Feint to secure the point. Nyx with the slower section here, so unless Vadi or Raizo make a mistake, this is going to be a Feint point. And there they go, securing 1st and 3rd, taking the first point of this match. Now we have 2 early mistakes, Piranha and Fuzzy, right there in the start. Not too far behind, anything can happen still, especially in that midsection. You see Marius nearly swapped in. Now in 4th place, not too far behind the 3 players battling for 1st place. Now able to overtake both Raizo and Vadi through this section. Raizo with the slowdown, so now Marius and Nyx. 1-2. Making sure their team gets the next point in this matchup. Safe and sound. They finish and secure the point. Tight score. Let's see what round 3 has in store for us. Nyx early mistake. Too tight into the CP. Now Fuzzy, the only player challenging 3 Feint players. All very close together. Let's see if the pack gets some stronger gaps. One of the players wonky ball or roof hit, but didn't lose too much. Now Piranha struggling through this section as well as Raizo, so Fuzzy able to create a gap between those 2 players. Now it's just Fuzzy and Vadi battling it out for 1st, but Vadi with a good lead. Ooh, but Vadi, bad wall ride. Now Piranha in 2nd, Fuzzy in 1st, but where are the other Swa players? Nyx and Marius trying to secure, yes, Marius here securing 5th place and securing the point for his team by overtaking Vadi here in the final section. A lot of back and forth here going on. Some mistakes. And Swa taking full advantage of that. Now, no mistakes so far. As I said, that Raizo comes into the checkpoint. Fuzzy also down. Now it's just Nyx, Piranha and Vadi with a clean start. Marius trailing behind, not too far, within reach. Piranha, decent lead though. Let's see how this section treats him. Nyx actually, very risky section there, able to catch up a lot to these players. Vadi now with a slightly wonky section, creating a gap between Nyx and him, and now also Vadi, or I mean Piranha falling down. So now 1 and 3 go to Swa. The important positions, giving them the point for this round. And now, Swa is actually in a 3-1 lead. While oftentimes, until the midsection, Feint seems to be the stronger team. Swa definitely driving more consistent. Or safe a la Marius 89 style. And taking the points. Now, early mistake by Marius. So that was a bit of a jinx, of course. Apologies. But Swa 1 and 2. Early lead. Raizo, however, challenging. And Piranha with the awkward roof hit this time. Teammate able to overtake. And Raizo now in first. And I think it was Fuzzy who had an awkward midsection there. So now it's the 1-2-3 for Team Feint. And as long as they don't do anything crazy, this should be crazy like that. Should still be an easy point for Team Feint with 1 and 3. Oh, Raizo. Never disappoints. Keeping us entertained. Him finishing, of course, very important, else this would have been a draw. But he still had plenty of time to finish. Now all players seems to be... Never mind, Raizo, early mistake. Now it's Marius in the lead at the start. Being challenged by Piranha and Vadi here. Piranha, however, clipped. Small time loss. Just before the booster though, so not the biggest problem right there. Now this midsection is going to be very important. Vadi, not the best speed outcome at the end of that, so Nyx need to take first here. Piranha, however, better section there. Nyx clipping, so allowing Piranha and Vadi probably. Vadi very close. However, 1 and 3 is going to be enough for Team Feint here. And Marius doesn't seem to be challenging Vadi here for third place. Not enough anyways. So there, Piranha and Vadi secure the tie for their team. Victor 3, round number 7. Let's see what Marius is up to. He clips a bit. Raizo again, early mistake, and Fuzzy. So let's see who came out on top of that. Raizo has more speed, so he is going to be in 5th here. That might be an important position. Piranha leading. And as it stands, 5th will be the deciding position. But Nyx now overtaking, never mind. Both Feint players having the second wall bang way better than their Swar counterparts here. So 1 and 2 is going to be a Feint point. Unless they do something stupid. But they don't. So it's smooth sailing towards the finish. And securing another point, and now the lead for Team Feint. Let's see what Nyx is doing in the starts in round number 8. Survives. Everyone seems to have. But now this time around it is Swa with the stronger start. Piranha, however, overtaking first. And now we'll see how many positions get switched up through this section. Vadi has it the best. However, Nyx more outcome speed. And Fuzzy seems to have a little less exit speed from that section. However, still in 4th. Marius in last. So Rizzo here in the deciding position of 5th place. Unless something happens here in the top. Nix stays in first. He does. And there Rizzo takes the deciding position at 5th place. So now they have a 2-point lead over Team Swa. Some of this is very hard to follow. There's a lot happening every round. And now also Nix. Early mistake. However, Marius and Fuzzy can still make something happen for their team this round. Ooh, there's the awkward roof hit for Marius, so he fell behind a little. Now fighting it out with Vadi. Now let's see what this section has in store for us. Fuzzy challenging Piranha here, but Piranha has better exit speed for this section. Nix and Marius far behind though, so this is looking like another feint point. Piranha's gonna take it home here. Rizzo even trying to overtake for second, he doesn't. Ooh, he crashes, but still able to finish in 4th. However, Vadi responds, so this is going to be a swap point as long as Nix gets this 5th place, and he does. So there's Swa back on the scoreboard after a bit of a low streak. Another point, and now there's only 1 point difference between the two teams. Let's see Fuzzy. Rizzo, dead. A lot of early mistakes. Of course, he's a very fast player, but as it stands this tournament, a bit of a glass cannon. However, his teammates are still fighting for that point this round. With 1 and 2, it's looking very likely. Marius trailing a bit behind, only Fuzzy here to challenge. Overtaking Vadi with the better wall ride. But Piranha very strong with a good lead in first place. And 1 and 3 with Vadi in 3. It's going to be another feint point. Now 6-4. Point limit is 10 of course, so we still have a bit to go. There's plenty of room here for both teams to grab points. And every point counts, every point matters. Now 4 players, 2 from both teams battling it out here for first. Rizzo having the advantage. Lower jump. Vadi, however, struggling through the section as well as Rizzo, so now Swa has a significant advantage. Only Piranha able to challenge now. Fuzzy, wonky section, so Piranha goes up to first. However, with his teammates trailing far behind, this is still going to be a swap point. This mid section defines so many of the rounds. And as we can see, it turned this round around completely. Once again, only a 1 point difference between the teams. First race in the start, no mistakes. Rizzo, last position, but not far. Might be able to overtake, yes, with the lower jump, more speed. Into the checkpoint. I overtook 2 of the swap players, but only barely. Ooh, there he goes. Landing bug, slow down. Now he's very far behind. Piranha in first though. And his teammate Vadi in third, maybe even overtaking for second. Yes, he does. This is looking like a very strong round for feint again. Even with this, with Vadi losing his position once again to Fuzzy, third place is still enough, and Fuzzy Rest in peace. There's the 1-2-14 feint. Let's see, what time is that? 52.0. Very, very good. It's not like we saw from Enix with the multiple subs, but it's still a very, very good time because you know the margins on this map are pretty large, especially with that midsection. You can easily lose a lot of time, so a 52 flat is still a very impressive time. Now, this round we see the advantage for Team Feint in the start. Where is Marius? He is a few car lengths behind. But with this section coming up, anything can still happen. There goes Rizo. Marius overtakes. But Piranha and Vadi still holding strong 1 and 2. Now Vadi falling a bit behind, being challenged by Nyx and Fuzzy. And now, with a horrible wall right there, Swag gets this round. Of course, unfortunate that like wall rides aren't exactly super reliable in any event in Trackmania. So something happening like that is just often bad luck. But now Feint's still in the lead, but only 1 point. The match is staying very close in terms of round points. And now Swa with a strong start. 1-2-3 lead. Rana, however, is having none of it. Trying to overtake one of them. Faster respawn, as well as Vadi. So now it is up to this section. Piranha has it the best. A lot of outcome speed compared to the rest. Or Fuzzy holding strong in first, and with the current standing, this will be a Swa round. Nyx even challenging Vadi here, though if everyone survives as they stand, still a Swa round. There we go, very close between Nyx and Vadi, same time. However, doesn't matter if Vadi comes out on top of it like he did, still a Swa round. Let's spectate him for this round. Nyx, early touch in the first CP. Marius though, first place, being challenged by Vadi here. Marius going a bit more to the left so he can get less airtime here. Pace off, they're about equal. Vadi with the quicker respawn it seems. Rizo though, third place. Important position, but he slides out a little. Has to let Fuzzy overtake. Vadi though, bad section there, clipped. Rizo also clipped. Now it's 1-2 for Team Swa, Fuzzy and Marius. Rizo here fighting it out with Nyx, however going very high in the half pipe. And with the 1-2 positions, the sub even for Marius. Where's that? Oh, never mind. I thought it was a 51, but it wasn't. But still, the 1 and 2 point for Swa. Now Swa is in the lead again. This time around, Feint with the dominant start. Let's see if they can survive this section enough. Ooh, there goes Piranha. He usually comes out on top for this section, but his teammates Rizo and Vadi still holding strong. Rizo having to let Marius pass, but third place is still enough to tie the score back up. And there he goes, sailing right into third place. Vadi now with a 52.6. Perhaps PB perhaps not. Definitely a bit of a slower pace compared to Team Cup, as we saw, but of course Cup won. There's a reason they won. Of course, very impressive still how these players managed to get through this map. Now Swa in 2, 3, and 5. Winning positions right there. However, let's see if Vadi can do something. However, Raizo seems to be getting the same bump into the wall, like he bumps on the dirt in that section a lot. He has to let go of a few positions. However, the 1 and 2 for Vadi and Piranha here are enough to secure another point, and once again the lead for Team Feint. But as we can see, the score 9-8, that is the closest score we've seen today so far in any of the sub matches. So let's see who comes out on top of map 1. In any event, whoever comes out on top, the advantage going into map 2 will not be large. So both teams will have a very good chance of still closing it out on map 2. This round, however, looking like a Feint round. Piranha leading. And both Piranha and Vadi surviving here. Fuzzy overtaking for second, but that is not going to be enough. Even has to let go there of his second position. So Vadi and Piranha looking to take home map 1 here with the map point. Going into map 2 with a 2-round advantage. Of course, every point counts, but that is not the advantage we've seen in the other matches. So anything can happen still on map 2. Now, once again, we see Shri being swapped in for the other map on Swa's side. And let's see if Feint is changing their lineup. Loading times are very long. I'm not used to this. So we see Shri, Marius, Nix, and Nick. Not sure who of the 4 will be playing. Seems like Fuzzy is being swapped out for Shri. And then we'll see the same lineup on Feint side for this map. Alright, the second warm-up. Feint needs 9 points to win. And Swa needs 10 before Feint can reach 9 points. But if Feint manages to reach 8 and Swa gets to 10, getting the tied up score, we'll have to go into the tiebreaker. Alright, seems like one of the players missed one of the warm-ups, but they want to start anyways. So we'll go live right here. GLHF once again. And let's hope for a close match. Arius Nixon 3. Like I said, Fuzzy swapped out for 3. Let's spectate him for the first round. The early advantage goes to Piranha and Vadi here. Trey not too far behind. Takes a wider line, more speed. Trying to overtake Piranha here. He seems to take lines more similar to Ake did. Or Piranha holding strong in that first position now. Trido with a better landing. And Vadi here in third position. Nix down, Marius further behind, so this is looking like a round for Feint as long as they survive. Ooh, Piranha down though. Shri taking first, but it doesn't matter because Piranha still manages to finish in 5th place. And Nix here unable to finish. Now we go into round number 2. Let's see what SWA can do. Because they have a slight disadvantage, of course, with the round points. They need to be the better team here. Feint in their semi-final, they looked very strong, they looked very fast, but they made a lot of mistakes on this map. So let's see if they can avoid those mistakes this time. However, Piranha did make a mistake, but they still have 1-2. Tree. Awkward line there. Ooh, but Vadi. Wonky. Has to respawn there, but Raizo still in first. Let's see what else is happening. Piranha taking third, so that's another Feint point. But that was a very messy round there. Only Raizo with a clean run. Of course, this map looks easier than it is. There's a lot of landing bugs or risky lines, tight lines, Renstein bugs can happen on this map. But it's definitely not as, how do I say this, spectacular as that midsection on the previous map. And that is the positive way to phrase that. However, Raizo and Piranha taking the lead in this round. Arius falling down. Nix the only surviving player for SWA here. But he's quite far behind. So this is looking like a more dominant performance this time around by Feint on this map at least. There we have a .18. Pretty okay time. Server bugged again. Oh yeah, the scores seem to be I don't even remember the scores. Well, I mean we can rewatch the VOD to be sure. But for now, Feint is having a dominant performance on this map. However, as I say that, 2 of the Feint players are dying. And now SWA has a chance of getting their first point on this map. Shree in first place, and Mario is taking 5th place actually. So now this is a swap point. It was real. Realer than real. Alright, we continue. My concentration is fading a little, so it's harder to keep up with what's happening. Let's see what's happening now. Nyx seems to be in the mix for the top position here, together with Shree. Raizo falling down, Piranha leading. Nyx challenging, but a car length disadvantage. Now also with the slower line. Piranha very close to the wall there. Very risky line, but extending his lead. Raizo is the second player here for his team. Able to overtake 2 swap players though, but has a landing bug. Gets pushed to the right here. However, Shree also failed. Nyx also failed. So what does this mean? I can't keep track. Who is where? Who is taking 3rd? Vadi is taking 3rd. So this is a faint round. But it was very, very, very messy. Now Swa, first point on the scoreboard for this map. Rana and Raizo leading. Shree, Nyx not far behind. Anything can happen. It is a back and forth. However, Shree is coming out on top in this session. Nyx, landing bug or something. Not sure what happened there. Raizo chasing Shree here. However, as it stands, this is going to be a faint round. Ooh, Vadi bumps on the Renstein. Mario's overtaking. 4th position though, not enough. And especially with Shree now falling behind both Feint players. This is a convincing round here from Team Feint, taking 1 and 2. Extending their lead. Let's take a look at Shree here. The weakest start so far. However, oh, it's not over. Wonky line though, it gets a bit of a bug in a transition. And now together with Marius falling behind. This is looking more like a faint round. They're gonna have to rely on mistakes. Nyx also having trouble keeping up with the Feint players here. All 3 Feint players on good pace. Rise, however, the better one of the 3. And as it stands, final section here. Smooth sailing here for Team Feint. Very consistent performance here from them. Definitely more consistent than they had in the semi-final. Perhaps the nerves were a little bit more extreme in the semi-final. Perhaps they feel a bit more comfortable now. In any event, whatever it is, it shows. They're definitely playing more consistent. Next now with the touch, Raizo taking advantage. Now up to Shree to battle for first place. Nyx falling behind. As well as Vadi. Now overtaking his teammate. Nyx far behind now though. So with Shree falling behind now as well, it's definitely going to be a faint round. Unless odd things happen around here in the back. But it doesn't. 1 and 3. 4 as well. For Team Feint, now on 6. Only 3 points removed from 3rd place in this tournament. Let's see if they can keep up this dominant streak. Strong start for Team Feint. Tree trying to challenge with his alternative lines here. However, not getting the outcome speed he was hoping for. So now 1 and 2 are still occupied by Feint players. 3 as well. However, as I say that, Raizo has a slight touch, has everyone overtake him because no big mistakes so far. Ooh, as I say that, there goes Piranha. So now it is looking like a SWA round. Unless one of the SWA players make a mistake, so it's just jumping into the finish here. And there they have their second point. It's going to be an uphill battle for them, but it's certainly not impossible to come back from this. Now we have a bit of a slow start from Nyx here, but not all hope is lost yet. A lot of things happen, like Vadi falling behind. So Nyx is not in last position anymore. Also Shri making a bit of a mistake, falling a bit behind, and so it's once again Piranha and Raizo leading this round. Marius is a few car lengths behind, so it's definitely up to Feint to lose this this lead they have. It kind of looked like they did, but that was just lag. Luckily for Piranha. I was so certain he just flew to Narnia there, but no, luckily he didn't. And takes home that second place, secures the point, and now they're only 2 points removed from third place. Piranha definitely lagging, as we can see. So hopefully that doesn't impact his gameplay too much. However, we see an early mistake from Marius. Now it's just one SWA player left to challenge 3 of the Feint players. And he does so well. Oh, but goes way too wide here. Has to let go of the acceleration a lot. Now it's once again 1, 2, 3. For Team Feint, Vadi had to release a little as well, so now Nyx is back in third. Vadi, bad landing. Can he make this? He can with his outside line. But can he make the finish? He can. So now Feint is up to match point. If SWA clean sweeps back to 10 points right now, we'll have a tie. But there's no way they can grab third place on this map anymore. However, 2 Feint players dead. This is a good sign for Team SWA. Maybe they can get back into the flow. This, all they need to do right now is drive safe to get a 3 point. Marius, of course, the embellishment of safe driving himself. There goes Piranha risking it, but to no avail there. He thought he could overtake, but nope. Where, though, is Marius? He needs 5th place right now. Ooh, that's a draw. Piranha barely able to finish, but secures the draw right here. Denies the point, rather, to Team SWA. Oh, yeah. No, it's 8-2. It's I don't know, but it is 8-2. So it's not GG yet. They can still force a draw. The server really is drunk with these scores. Alright, still Match point for Team Feint. What is Swar going to do about it? Strong start for Feint. Fadi outside line, but still in it. Only Nyx trying to challenge, however, again with the lesser exit speed in that section. So now a very convincing round for Team Feint to perhaps secure their third place. Raizo falling down, but still 1-2. Enough for Team Feint here to get those GGs in. Well played by Team Feint. Very close map 1, but super dominant and impressive performance here by Team Feint on map 2. Yeah, they're not gonna play it out, it seems. But yeah, we have our third place right here. Team Feint, Swa, fourth place. That was a very solid performance here by Team Feint. With that, I want to thank the organization for putting all this together. For the teams playing, of course, for the viewers here spectating. We'll have a look at the final scores right here. We have our winner Cup, our second place TC, our third place Feint, and we have Swar, Raiden, and Sign behind. And for our final score, let's see, overall leaderboard. That is going to mean, as soon as our admin fills in the scores right here, and it's going to mean TC up to 96 points. Raiden is going to have 71 points. Yes. Cup gets the 10 points up to 65. They're still in the battle for second place here. Swa might be able to overtake Cup for third place if they do good in the CUTD and Tech Grand Championship. And then we have Feint falling a bit behind, but still a possibility to overtake fifth or fourth. Maybe. I'm not sure. My maths. However, we do have a winner already for the overall leaderboard, which is TC. TC can get last in the common events. Raiden and Raiden getting first would still not be enough to even get a draw out of this. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you again for tuning in, and well, bye.